What is up, guys? Low Key GT back at you with another, you guessed it, another hat video here. So, had a friend of mine come by today, and he messaged me. He does storage locker buyouts, clean out, stuff like that. Fellow YouTuber, so shout out to him. Uh, I'll put a link maybe to his channel here so you guys can go over and check out his content. He's got some good stuff he does, just a variety of content, but he gets stuff out of these storage lockers. A lot of times, if it's things that he think I might be interested in, he'll shoot me a message. So he knows I'm into the hats and stuff like that. So he had about let's see, one, two, three, four, five, about 6 hats here. And so I give him a few bucks, and he stopped and brought them by, and we had a nice little visit and chit chatted a while. But and by the way, guys, it's actually really nice out today. It's a little cloudy, but temperature wise, it's up in the mid 40s today, and that's a welcome temperature here because it's been down in the teens. It's been really cold, so it's just West Tennessee weather for you. But I'm going to show you these hats I bought from him, and I thought I'd do a video on this. And there's Bobo. He likes to check them out too. There's a red cat over here. He call him Goofy Foot. That's his name, Goofy Foot. But anyway, so I thought I'd do a video on these because these hats have all obviously been in storage, and most of them are, if you can see from here, they're what they call pancaked. That's what happens when hats get thrown in the bottom of a box and stuff piled on top of them. But I've got a little process I use that I can halfway restore and reshape most hats. So I'm going to show you what I got here real quick. And then what I'll probably do is I'll do an update video, I don't know, in a few days, maybe a week, maybe a month. Knowing me, don't tell how long it'll be, but I'll do an update video on these same 6 hats after I get them cleaned up and reshaped and everything, or do my best to, and show you like a before and after video to show you how I come in here and make them look. Now, there's nothing crazy here, nothing high dollar, but I just like hats, so we'll see. Start out on the end here. This is I think that NWTF is National Wild Turkey Federation, I believe. It's got that cool, like embossed gold American flag on there. This hat's not in too bad a condition. As far as you see, it needs a little bit of reshaping done to it. I like the graphics on the front of it. We have a lot of hunters in this area, so turkey hunters, fowl, stuff like that. They'd be interested in that probably. It is camo. Camo stuff does pretty well. It is the what's called the dad hat, strap back, and it's on an outdoor cap tag. That's a pretty common hat manufacturing company. So not super high dollar hat, but it is on like I think that's like Real Tree camo or whatever. But not a high dollar hat, but they do sell. So we'll get that reshaped. This is the obviously Detroit Red Wings. Somebody has really bent that bill. So, and these kind of fitted or flat hats like this, they people kind of wear them that way with the, a lot of people wear them with like the flat bills, and a lot of people like them with a little bit of, I like them a little bit of curve to them, but this is a little bit extreme here. So it could be just because of the way it was stored, but I can straighten that bill out just a little bit on that. And then that is a fitted hat. So there's your Detroit D on the back. Let's see what size this is. So this is going to be a size small on the Zephyr NHL tag. So small fitted hats are probably a little bit harder to sell, just like t-shirts. Smalls and mediums are not the best size to resell. There's your Zephyr logo on the side, but overall it's a pretty decent hat. It's got some pet hair on it. That's common too. I get them like that all the time, but I'll do a little bit of cleaning and reshaping on this hat. Again, not a super high dollar hat, especially because of the size of it. That's not a real desirable size. Most people like me have big heads. So, all right, this is obviously the Fox logo. I'm not real up on this kind of stuff. I think it's like a motorcycle racing team or something like that. You guys can let me know in the comments more about it. I just know what that is. So the Fox logo. And this one is also a fitted hat. There's your Fox logo on the back. And he showed me this. It had this business card attached to the back of it. Joe Davis, parts manager, Carlock Power Sports in Jackson, Tennessee. So this was probably like maybe a promo hat. That little tab right there on top tells me that this hat may have been in a Goodwill store at one time. That's the little tabs that Goodwill puts on their hats, and then they'll hang it on the rack. So, or that could just be some other places use those too, but I see it all the time at Goodwill. So this hat may have been taken to Goodwill and purchased from there, but as you can see, it's had some stuff sitting on top of it for a while. It will, the bill looks pretty decent on it. It's got a little mold, maybe like a little musty mold on it, where it's obviously been in storage. So I'll clean it up, get the pet hair off of it, try to get it reshaped, and see how this turns out, because this is actually a new hat. Still got the sticker on the bill, which a lot of people, for some reason, I guess they think it's cool to leave those on there. I wouldn't leave them on, but I'm not going to take that one off, because if I take that off, I guarantee, just because of how this has been stored for so long and everything, it's going to be discolored under there. It's going to be like a darker green under that sticker. So I will leave that sticker on if I resell the hat. And I think I already said this. It is a fitted hat. It's on the 210 fitted by Flex Fit. What size is this hat? This looks like a large, or I don't even know if I can. Yeah, this is a 6 and 7/8 to 7 1/4. So that's a decent size fitted hat to resell. That's a decent size hat, but that'll be fun to reshape that one there, guys, and get it cleaned up. This is another one that's not really a super high dollar hat. It's the American Eagle brand. I remember back in the day, American Eagle was when I was growing up in the 90s, American Eagle was like the brand of clothes to be wearing. All the cool kids wore the American Eagle. You got the AE, American Eagle 1977 hit on the back. It is what they call a dad hat. It's got the leather strap on the back of it. And there's your A&E American Eagle tag on the inside as well. And there's your cotton tag on there. So that's just a flat hat. A lot of people, and that hat's actually in pretty good condition. It won't require, there's really not a lot you can do to reshape these. I'll clean it up, but these little flat dad hats, there's not a lot you can do to clean them up. A lot of people will ship these in a poly mailer, because they'll flatten out like that, and then they're so easy to pop right back up to fashion back into the correct shape. But I still ship all my hats in boxes. I don't like shipping them in poly mailers. This one here has had a rough life. It's faded. The bill's been, somebody done a funky bend on that bill right there. I think I can get that straightened back out. Again, that's not really one to, you're not going to get a lot of shape back in that, but how cool is that? Bugs Bunny and Taz. A lot of pet hair on that, and it is faded. It is a snapback, and this is vintage. How do I know that? Because it says made in USA, if you can see it right here on the back of the strap. So that's a good indicator that it's a 80s, 90s hat, probably. There you see your Looney Tunes tag. Again, it says made in USA. There we have it. Date 1997, Warner Brothers. So that is a vintage hat from the 90s. We'll do cleaning on that and reshaping that. That'll be a fun one to see how it turns out. This one here, guys, is just an old trucker hat. Again, a lot of pet hair, but that's pretty cool. Born to fish. We got a lot of fishermen in the area, a lot of fishermen worldwide that like this kind of stuff. Now, this hat here is, you're not going to get much out of this as far as reshaping it. I may put a little starch to it to give it a little stiffness back. There's your snapback. I haven't even checked the snaps on either one of these yet. Hoping they're pretty good. Again, there's your made in USA that tells you this is going to be 80s, 90s hat. If it had a tag in it, it's gone. Somebody took the tag out of it, so there's no maker's tag in it. This cap also would have had foam on the inside, and there's still a little bit of foam left in there. And that's one thing about these old hats. If they're not stored properly over the years, that foam deteriorates and falls out of there. And I don't know if you can see it coming out of there right now when you shake it like that. So what I'll do is I'll get a vacuum or something, and I'll get whatever's remaining of that foam in there. I'll suck it all out of there. There's a tag, by the way. I'm just now seeing that, guys. There's a tag. All it is simply made in USA. So it's probably an 80s or 90s hat. But what I'll do with this one, guys, to help reshape it, like I said, I'll hit it with some starch maybe, and but I'll get one of those cardboard stiffeners. I think, did one of these have a, did I, one of my feet, cat, I about stepped on him. Yeah, that in there's got one. It's not the greatest, but see that little cardboard piece in there? That's like a stiffener that helps stiffen the crown of the hat. And you can make your own. They're not hard to make. If you get one and just trace it out on a piece of like, I'll trace it out like on a piece of construction paper. What am I thinking about? The poster board. And I'll cut them out and use them for some of my hats like that. Or you can buy them if you want to. To me, it's cheaper to make my own. But so that's what I'll do. I'll put a crown stiffener, some type of piece of cardboard in this, just to make it, just so that it displays well. A lot of people that collect hats, they may not buy this hat to wear. They may just buy it to simply put it on a shelf or something, just to display it. But so anyway, guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hats. Again, going over them real quick. We'll do a little bit of restoration on these hats the best I can. Not great at it, not the best, but I always like to do it. And we'll get you a little update video, like I said, whenever I can get to it, and just show you how these hats turned out and everything. So the Born to Fish, the Taz and Bugs, the American Eagle, which won't need, I may not do anything on that one because that's just about how you would expect that hat to lay. This one's going to need a lot of reshaping. This one will need some cleaning, and I'm going to try to have to reshape that bill a little bit to get it back in a little bit better shape, where it's not, because it's just kind of funky bend to it. And then this one here, I can get some of these. Just got a little stiffness to this hat. That's just the way it's made, the material. I can throw some steam on that. I got a steamer, handheld steamer. I can steam that and get some of those creases out of that hat and make it look a lot better too. So stay tuned if you'd like to see a before and after on how the hats turn out. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next video.